I pay my homage to Vitrag Bhagavan, Mahavir Swami, Reverend Gurudev Sri Mahashamanji, brothers and sisters. In the journey of Sambodhi, in my last lecture, we discussed about ahimsa, and then ahimsa is closely connected with fearlessness. But normally, we try to claim, I am ahimsak. I try to live a life of non violence, but still I am fearful. So, what type of that fear? That fear is related to, most of the time, our fear is related to our body, bodily function, bodily diseases, bodily beauty, loss of beauty. People might fearful, and sometime there is no disease. What if corona comes in my life? So in that situation, like people thinking, imagining, and due to that also there is a situation of fear. But many people, they are so much fearful about old age, because old age, due to old age, there is some changes in body, in lifestyle, also bodily capacity. Whatever a young person or adult person can do is not possible for a seasoned citizen. So in that context, people have different type of fear. So all these fear are, and finally the fear of death. So how to overcome the fear? So here Acharya Mahapragya given that if we have attachment, and attachment, mamatvam rag sambhutam vastu matresu yad bhavet sa hinsa asakti reshev jivo asau badhyate anayaha. Particular, the feeling of mindness and feeling of attachment is the main cause. It is both violence and attachment and cause of fear. Soul gets into bondage because attached soul, if we have mindness, and that mindness is due to attachment. So attachment and aversion, both situation within us. So if we try to come out from that attachment, there once is a beautiful story. There was a man, and he was happily talking with the friends, and suddenly his younger brother came, and he informed, brother, our one building caught fire. Then he asked, which one? We have many buildings. Okay. Oh, it is in the central place of the market. Oh, that. But you know, last week I sold it out. So nobody sit back and peacefully enjoy the life, because we already sold it out. But after his elder son came and he said, Daddy, we haven't seen the post box. You know, that agreement was not accepted. And the paper, just we received the paper that, and that agreement is not uh, taken in a right shape. So still that is not sold, and our building burned. When he heard this, oh, where is the papers? And he seen the paper. Really, the agreement was not finalized by the other party, and not the signature and deed is not there. So then that person start crying. you know, two situation. One situation, a person think, oh my God, why he was crying, why he was laughing. In first situation, the building is sold out, but in second situation, building is not sold out. So here, what is important? Building is building, but building was mine, building was not mine, and building is mine. Three situations. So if something happened, and same thing, oh, this situation in that country, and people, oh, thank God it is not in our country. So that is attachment. Even we are connected with our nationality, our country, and all these things. So, and all these things matters because of attachment. If it is mindness, then people are worrying and fearful. We don't worry about the other's body. Maybe if it is your real blood relation, then your far relative, and then so all these things matter because how much attachment we have. And I think highest attachment with our body. So all fears occur about our body. So how to overcome these fears? Acharya Mahapragya given that through the knowledge, and that knowledge is I was in the past, I am in the present, and I will be in future. So all these, the existence of the soul is not only for this life. And again, he suggested mukte raya mupa ayusti yogan yogastena vidhiyate ahimsa atma viharo se chekanga prajayate. Means a person who apply dharma. Dharma here means the liberating things, the liberating aspect. So that is why it is called yoga. There is many division of the dharma, but one division is yoga. So apply dharma in your life. Try to understand the soul in existential point of view. And if you understand the soul with existential point of view, then you can use that soul was in the past, so there is no point to cry. Once there was a person, and he brought a diamond ring. You know, all things affect us. Everything have their vibrations, and so he brought a diamond ring. After some time, his son got ill, and then after some time he was very serious. Many treatment I applied, but nothing happened. And finally son took last breath, and when the dead body was preparing for the cremation. So it is like Indian tradition. Before that, there was a dead body, a bath, like giving him bath and adorned with new clothes, proper clothes. So the person, his friend, he came, and as soon as he was removing the golden chain and other thing from uh, his body, and suddenly he saw a big diamond ring in his finger, and he seen it carefully, and then he uh, took all these ornaments in one box and kept other side, and the whole work was done. After this funeral, he came to his friend's house again and he asked, your son was wearing this diamond ring. When you got it? And the first person told, okay, yes, look, we brought this ring a month ago because my son, when I brought, he said, I like it. And then he said, look, that diamond ring was the main cause of his early death. Then he say, how it is possible? Then he say, look, that diamond ring was have some blackish spot, and these spots are marak, means cause of death. And there are something which have very dangerous vibration in it, and such thing if comes in home they affect, but if it is used by a person it affect the most. And that person narrated, yes, really, as soon as he seen this, he said, I like this ring, dad, and I have given him. He wear there and then, and after 2 3 days he got fever, and then he was continuously in the fever. We tried to treat him, but nothing is helped to cure him, and finally he passed away. So you see how this happened. Each and everything has their vibration. Then that friend said, how much it cost? And that person said, it is very costly, more than 20, 30 lakhs of rupees. Then he said, okay, don't worry. I will sell it out. It is a difficult time for you. I will sell it out. Then he said, no, if this ring is not right ring, then otherwise I don't want. If you sell someone and someone's family member passed away by this ring, I don't want. I can bear the loss, but I don't bear the loss of death of any human being, because how much painful. My 25 years old, only one son, and he passed away, and 2 years ago he got married, and when I see his widow wife, my heart moves. So I don't want to sell it out. And the story narrate, it is not a story, but it is a real ghatna. And that Jaina Sravak wrapped the ring in something and threw in the well without telling anyone. So, might be he could attach. And similarly, this body is very important, because highest attachment of each and every soul is with body, because body is the nearest house and where the whole soul is housed. So if a person try to understand dharma practicality and the real dharma, then he can come out from the hinsa, and also he follow the truth. And normally uh, this soul try to contemplate Pudgalan Atmano Bhinnan Janan Api Janan Apyasu Rajyati Kimatra Karanam Swamin Drishti Me Nirmala Kuru. The Megh Muni request Bhagwan Mahavir, because the Sambodhi is a dialogue of Bhagwan Mahavir and Megh Muni. So he said, man remains attached to matter ever through. He knows the soul and matter are different. Because through the knowledge, through the listening of the teaching, we know the body and soul are different. How does one can explain it? Please let me have a clear understanding. So now he requests, oh Bhagwan, how I can understand. Then Bhagwan make it clear that attachment is without delusion. So non-attachment is same as uh, delusion. There is no difference between the two. Delusion makes a person go in the sensual pleasure and he turns his all activity towards the senses. This makes the mind unsteady, and unsteady minds creates lot more desires, and desires strong cravings and strong lust, and then finally he put his whole effort to get it. For those who get into the trap of this desire, then there is it is difficult to come out, because after one desire the another desire born. So it is a vicious circle. So it is very difficult. So avairagyam cha sarvesam bhoganam moolamishyate vairagyam nam sarvesam yoganam moolamishyate. The root of all sensual pleasure is attachment, and the root of all forms of restraint is mental activity towards detachment. Visayanam parityago वैराग्येषु जायते अवग्रह भवेत तस्मात् इंद्रियाणां समस्ततः मनस्थैर्यं तस्मात् विकाराणां परीक्षय क्षीणेषु च विकारेषु त्यक्ता भवति वासना. If it is only through the detachment and sensual pleasure can be renounced. The person who renounces the sensual pleasure does not go in them, and his mind and body are ready to detach from the all sensual pleasure. And as a result of this detachment, our sense organs and minds both get ready, steady, still, not moving in the small thing, and no distortion with the faith, and which is really destroyer of the all types of attachment and lust. Swadhyayasya dhyanam visuddhi स्थैर्य कारणम आभ्याम संप्रति Pannabhyam Paramatma Prakasate. Studying the scripture, listen and again listen until you make it part of your being, and then meditate upon that and make the purity as a permanent partner of your soul. So, if there is fear, it means we are not totally non-violent. We need some support, and that support is contemplation. Any change in our behavior is not possible without practice. So, Acharya Mahapragya always used practical spirituality. So he suggested Padmasan and Shashanka Asan, two important asan. So full lotus pose is very important. And then Shashanka Asan, rabbit pose, because rabbit pose, when in rabbit pose, one person come down, then his adrenal gland, which is lot more responsible, the chemical messenger of adrenaline is important to boost the fear. So whenever a person is fearful, there is lot more adrenaline. So, and one who try to overcome, then importantly, the Anand Kendra, the center of bliss, which is very close to our heart. And pink color meditation is supportive meditation to overcome the fear. And also Abhay Mudra. So Abhay Mudra is like this. And also during this Abhay Mudra, Namo Abhay Dayanam, in the veneration of Tirthankara, two main mantra, Namo Jinanam, Ji Abhayanam. We venerate the Lord Tirthankar who overcome, he is already overcome his fear. He is fearless. So we venerate them. If we venerate them, if we meditate on them, if we remember them, or if we contemplate on them, then the feeling of abhay, fearlessness, is become stronger and stronger. So meditation on the Tirthankara and Namo Jinanang, and chanting the mantra Namo Jinanang Ji Abhayanang, Namo Jinanang Ji Abhayanang, and also Namo Abhay Dayanam, Namo Abhay Dayanam. So all these two mantra are very important to give more strength and create a state of fearlessness. Those who are fearful. So first of all, how we can repair whatever loss we did in our life due to fear, and for that, the contemplation of fearlessness. I am fearless. I am fear free. And so, would you? I think it is better to use a practical aspect in today's lecture, that in the beginning, if we use this fearlessness, and fearlessness is creating a whole aura of you. So first, sit in the meditation pose, close your eyes gently, begin the arham sound. Araham. Sampikhai apag mapainam. See yourself through yourself. For self-realization, practice Preksha meditation, contemplation of fearlessness. So quick relaxation, bring your awareness on the big toe of your right foot, other toes, sole, heel, up to ankle joint, from ankle joint to knee joint, from knee joint to up to hip joint. Relax, relax, relax. Now relax your middle portion, front, back, up to shoulder joint. Relax, relax, relax. Now bring your awareness on the upper portion. First of all, relax your throat and relax your face, forehead, and head. Relax, relax, relax. Now bring your awareness nearby your heart, center of bliss, Anand Kendra. Visualize pink color. Breathe in, take pink color from the environment around you and breathe in. We can take desired color. It is possible to take any color from the universe. Charge the center of bliss. Pink color is dispeller of fear. I am fearless. In every situation, I am fearless. In every situation, I am prepared to face, but I am not fearful. Attachment towards the body is less. Attachment towards gadget and other thing is less. I am fearless. I am fearless. Try to visualize around your heart bright pink color. Slowly, slowly, my mind is getting steady and strong. I have no fear. Now visualize bright pink color around you as well, all around. Hold your breath. I am fearless. I am fearless. I am fearless. And now hold your breath for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Namo Jinanam Jiyabhayanam. I venerate in the holy path of Vitrag Bhagavan who has overcome his fear, instinct of fear. Try to inhale carefully all the bright pink color inside you. Namo Abhayadayanam. Namo Abhayadayanam. Namo Abhayadayanam. Now stay in the Abhay Mudra for 3 minutes. Take 2, 3 long rhythmic breathing, full of energy, happiness, and bliss. Conclude meditation sound session with Om Arham, Om Arham, Om Arham. Rub your palms. So last time, I think one person, Bindi, wanted to ask some question about fear, the instinct of fear, which is very common in most of us. So if she is there, she can ask question. Is there Bindi today? No. Omar, huh? So mainly Aimbil Oli is going on. So nowadays there are 2 lectures, half an hour on the Aimbil Oli and this one. So today's, I think we have few more program, and also we are going to speak on Jain Vishwabharati Houston, Texas program as well. So people can see the 50 years of Jain Vishwabharati Ladnu and 21 years celebration of Jain Vishwabharati Houston. So we all are invited. So we will share the link. So anybody want to be a part of that, they can join. And IMBIL is good going. Anybody still doing IMBIL, they can join, send their messages to JB IMBIL group or women's group, so we can add them. So today is third day of IMBIL and motivate. Still we have 6 days in our hand. So at least try to do one IMBIL once try. Om Arham. There is
Swami.
any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we will do Mangal part today.
I had a question, but I'll ask and let others first of all ask, because I asked
Yes.
a question last time as well. So do
No,
not want to.
you can ask Bansibai.
So this is a practical situation for me, Samiji,
Uh-huh.
and I get a little bit confused between levels of fear in this situation, because
Mm-hmm.
I find that in my work I need a little bit of stress to be able
Mm-hmm.
to work and think through situations. And if I don't have that level of fear, for example, of the regulators doing something to our business if we don't do XYZ, then I do not actually think about these situations. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, a little bit of fear is good and useful, but when it becomes extreme, where it paralyzes you, I think that's bad. So that's my kind of thoughts on this. I don't know what.
I think like you see the fear. So in that situation, if a person much worrying about that, or means his body giving so much hormone and so much stress out of that, but your fear is a kind of positive, means keeping you working on that level.
Yeah.
If I don't suppose, if I don't get ready on the time, then I miss the bus or train and my money will go. eh? That is not waiting for me. So we all, okay, late na ho jaye, we worrying, huh? And in that situation, that fear is positive fear, because keeping us towards. So here sometime you can say that this is fear, then other person term it like stress. Okay, travel kar rahe hain, we have stress, and due to that stress, getting ready on the time, so that is kind of stress also. So for some people that is stress. Some people, they say a sense of responsibility. I think if we say it in positive way, then we can say, oh, that is sense of responsibility. If I don't give my output at that level, then might be Gurudev will say, Samni Pratibha Pragya, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
So that is, can I term it fear, or I can term it like work pressure, or I can say a positive way, means be aware. Constantly you are aware about this situation. Now this pandemic is going on, so one person is getting fearful and one person using all the precautions, and he avoids. So he avoid the contact and this and that. Then people say, oh, he's so much fearful, he's fussy, he's that. And he said, no, I'm very careful. So it depends what term you use.
The confusion is because we are using English language to describe something that is in Hindi. You may have different terms, but fear is very wide in English language. So that's why I think some of the confusion may arise. But I think I get your meaning that when it's positive, it's still okay. But when it becomes
Yes.
extreme, that's what you
Mm.
want to avoid.
Also, this in the fear or stress, suppose If there is no stress, then people might so relax and they are not working. So if we see that stress, but if we use responsibility, or sense of responsibility is, I think, better word. So I think that is lot more our understanding. And some people have less work but more worry. So worry, anxiety, fear, they have a family, and in that family there are like higher degree, and then that like became a disorder as well.
Yeah.
Constantly in the situation of worry, then constantly going in the anxiety. A person who is, two students getting ready for the exam, one is worrying so much, and the other one is, yes, having stress but not worrying. And the person who is worrying, and during his exam is blank.
Yeah.
So that is, so if that level comes, then try to take 2 3 long deep breathing, inhale pink color, and that color is also supportive. And similarly in the meditation, use abhay mudra, and in your chanting time use namo jinanang abhay dayanang, namo jinanang abhay dayanang, namo jinanang abhay dayanang. Normally I would like